What up guys, Fojo here. Today I'm bringing to you the second installment of the D&D New World series, and we'll be starting it just how we started everything else out, by rolling our different numbers for what we're going to be doing for the day. We'll be rolling for class, alignment, as well as experience for the day, and we also will be rolling for a D100 to see what punishment we get for dying in the first episode. I haven't introduced this yet, but whenever we die, we'll be rolling a 1d100 to see what we get for a punishment. I have written up an entire list of 100 things that I will have to do if I die. It is randomly chosen by the dice, and some of them are pretty rough, not super easy to do. So it's pretty interesting to go through these and try and do these to continue as the character and still level up throughout the days. For our class today, we rolled a 12, and the 12 will be a paladin. It will be using the sword and shield and life staff for the entirety of the day. For our alignment, we rolled a 5, which will give us a neutral alignment for the day, which means we will fight if provoked, loot if an enemy drops something, and if we are near the enemies, or there is loot near the enemies, we can loot whatever those are. And for the experience, we were able to get a 10, so we were going to be able to choose our own experience for the day. And we chose questing to continue the quest storyline and to move things forward a little bit. So today we will be a neutral paladin on a questing path once we have completed our D100 death roll to see what challenge we have to complete before we can progress with the character. And now a ton of people have been giving me some great comments and great ideas to help add into this. Every episode I will be introducing more and more things. I've had a lot of fun with it so far, and all the new rules, different things I can do, are going to help add to it and make it more fun for me and you. And now for the D100, I will scroll through them really quick so you guys can see some of them. If you want to see some and read some, you may have to pause it because it's going to scroll through kind of quick. But it's up there so you guys can look at it and just pause the video and read a few of them. If you have any ideas on something to replace some of those, I would love to hear it. Some of them are just kind of silly ones, and some of them are more challenging and more time consuming, but they are meant to be a form of a punishment for dying. So every time I die, I must complete whatever D100 roll I get. A few of them are good at the top towards 100, like a reroll or being able to deny one of the D100s, but most of them are pretty bad and can be pretty detrimental to the gameplay. So let me know if you have any ideas on something to replace some of those. I would love to add some in there as well. But our D100 roll for this death will be number 24, which happens to be harvest 1,000 blueberries. But in the middle of the challenge, I decided to amp it up. But stick around to see what I ended up doing instead of the basic 1,000. But without further ado, we will get to the episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if you like this or want more. And remember to hit the bell to let you know when new episodes come out. Okay, so starting off where we left ourselves at 20, we've been off for a few days, so we have a little bit of built up XP to grind out. And we're going to be switching over to a neutral paladin today from our rolls. We'll now have to pick up 1,000 blueberries to complete our challenge of dying, and then we'll move forward with questing and completing a few other challenges for the day. Just kind of see where the day takes us. We're going to be grinding out the blueberries first and gathering those up, and then after that we will go on to questing, figure out what else we'll be doing today. So we'll see if we can't get to a decent level today as well, see where it takes us. So one of the places that I think to be a better spot for blueberries tends to be the ruins up in Starstone area. So we're going to go up there and try and find a bunch of blueberries to pick up and see how fast we can get 1,000. I can't remember how quickly you get blueberries from bushes, so it could take quite a while. But we're going to see how fast that goes because I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I picked a bunch of blueberries, so we'll see what happens when we get there. Also, I just remembered that I need to switch over to my paladin, so we need to go back to our storage and pick up our paladin weapons and armor, and then we will be going to do the blueberry thing. But I will go get the teleport spot, and then I'll go back and then come back to it. That way we're not wasting our time here a little bit. Okay, so we're all paladined up and we're ready to go, and we'll go pick blueberries now, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I didn't realize how quickly you can get blueberries, and it seems pretty quick, so I don't really want to do 1,000. That seems a little bit less than a punishment. So I just figured I'd do a full stack and see how long that takes me. It could take quite a while to do that, and I may regret it, but I think that makes more sense than 1,000. 1,000 will be done pretty quick here, and I think We might as well get the harvesting XP anyways, so let's just shoot for a full stack of these guys and see if I hate myself later. So I may have overdone it a bit, and I think 10,000 is a lot, but I will stick to my word and I will collect 10,000 blueberries. It may take me a little while, but I will do it. It's not going to take me forever, but it is going to be a bit of a challenge. And I want it to be a challenge, so I wanted to pump things up a little bit, and I did. And I'll I'll lay in the bed I made. But I will also be pumping up the other challenges on my list for when I die. It'll make me a little more cautious for when I actually play the game a little more with combat and whatnot. But I think it's worth it to have some fun challenges of the game that I have to follow and some rules. I think it makes it a lot more interesting to play. So I will now finish picking my 10,000 blueberries. I'm almost to 1,000, so it's not going to take too long. But I just wanted to say that I definitely overdid it, but I will continue to overdo it because I think it's fun and interesting. So I hope you guys are enjoying me suffering through 10,000 blueberries, and I'll come back when there's something more interesting where I finish this up. So it would seem that about 1,500 blueberries will be my maximum carrying capacity for blueberries. So we're going to have to go and put these in the storage and come back and continue from there. But luckily there are a few travel points around here, so we'll hit one of those and we'll jump back over and keep going. But I didn't realize, I forgot how small my backspace was, so it's going to take a few trips, I guess. Well, we're nearing the end of the second trip here, almost up to about 3,000 blueberries now at this point, so it's about a third of the way done, and the regret has fully set in that I did too much, but it is what it is, and we're going to continue to pick up blueberries for a while. Third of the way done, feels good to be that far, but there's a lot left, so hopefully it goes pretty quick, but we'll see. So, a few hours later, and a little bit of regret, but we have done the 10,000 full stack of blueberries. It took a little longer than I thought it would, unfortunately. We're going to go questing now and try and get as much of that in today as we can. But during the 10,000 blueberries, we were able to get 5 levels just from harvesting alone and fighting whatever enemies were near us. So that was nice to at least get those levels while doing that. We also raised our harvesting level a ridiculous amount, up to 130 now, which is great, but also kind of funny. All from blueberries. We have actually finished the challenge from the death roll that we did, and we will be moving on to the regular day that we were going to have beforehand. So hopefully we don't die in the middle and have to do this again or do something else on the list again. But we will go on as we were going to, do some questing and see what level we can get to before the day ends. And hopefully we can get to a decent level and hit a goal. I would like to get to 30, but we'll see how far we can get. Well, I died again. Didn't get very far. I'm still level 25. Had to fight waves of enemies and just didn't cut it. But yeah, so we're gonna roll the dice again. And hopefully it's not as bad as the last one because we just got done with it, and we'll see what we get. Well, we rolled a 60, and 60 means that I cannot move my mouse for an hour. So I will be moving places with just my keys, and I cannot move my mouse at all other than to click it or attack something. So this will be our view until, I'm not sure I'm going to do that main quest again until I can move my mouse again, but I will do some side questing until that point. So hopefully this goes somewhat okay. So I have found out that if I use my map as sort of a mini game, I can utilize it to move my character, and it's easier than the way I'm doing it currently because I'm looking up in the sky. So I can use it to get my way towards the next quest I'm going to, which is 3. So it's not great because backing up is very slow, but we're gonna get there. So here we go. Definitely detrimental to playing, but also not the worst thing that ever happened to me. So the blueberries took much longer and will be remembered by me much longer. Um, but this isn't that bad. I can handle this. It's not terrible. I gotta keep looking at my map, and it's hard not to move the mouse. But honestly, not the worst thing. There are a lot worse things on that list, so I'll take this as a win. Okay, turn this quest in. Oh, it's a much better camera angle. Okay, now we can do this. I can't teleport either because I can't move my mouse. So, we're going to go to a few points of interest and grab a few things. And then, if we run out of those to do, we're going to attempt to do the quest again, the main storyline. If we can't find the other ones, we'll go try and pick up a few of the smaller quests around here and see if we can't get those done now. So I've decided to go back and try the main quest again, even though it's gonna be next to impossible to do. I'm gonna try it because otherwise I feel like I'm cheating. Because I was gonna do the main quest line, so I'm gonna try it. And if I die again, I'll roll in the chart again, and I just won't come to the main quest again. But I think it makes more sense for me to continue what I was doing while I was doing a challenge. If I die, I'll roll in the chart again, and maybe we'll look at our new death saves that we're going to be introducing. So, yeah, gonna give it a shot. Okay, we're gonna give this one more shot and see if we can do it. We're at a terrible angle because things are gonna come behind us, but we will try it and see if we can do it with the not moving the mouse still on. It's so hard not to move. So I basically died right before I was able to get it last time. That's great. Well, thank God that guy came along, I guess. That helps out a lot. Makes it a little easier. Well, I guess we did it, kind of. Not really, but we did. I'll take it. That's fine. This guy probably thinks I'm a bot, but we got through it, and we're moving on to the next step. We gotta read the third promise now. Well, finishing out the hour of walking backwards and not moving my mouse for an hour is, I'm happy it's over. It was interesting to do, but I don't want to have to do it again. But you never know, I might have to. Depends on the rolls we get. But I will be much more careful about dying and not dying in the future because I would like to avoid blueberries and not moving my mouse all the time. And it looks like I've actually stumbled upon a glitch angle right now, so I can't see grass and stuff like that. So I'm stuck like this for the next few minutes, but it's been interesting, and I'm happy to get back to normal questing here in a few minutes because this makes it much slower progression and a lot more difficult. Look, we got a shrine. Okay, we'll do that real quick. But yeah, it makes it so much more difficult to play, obviously, but um, that's the point of it. So it's been fun, but I'm excited to get back to normal playing here. It'll be great. I never thought I'd miss my mouse so much. Alright, going to fight a big boy, but he's only level 26 and we're 29. Should be good, but we'll find out here shortly. I am out of health potions. That is unfortunate. That was way closer than it needed to be. We made it out though, barely. I need to get some health potions. Completely forgot about it. So that's something I definitely need to do. Fight lasted longer than it should have. So glad they added voice lines and stuff like this over now. It's so nice compared to what it used to be. This whole new area looks amazing. It's just so much better than the original quest lines coming through here. Like there was nothing like this. This is just completely different. So I think we're about to hit 30 here. I might just stop there for the day. Yep, there's 30. So we might just stop there for today. A lot of today was spent doing kind of silly stuff, but it was a lot of fun. And it was interesting to level up in those ways. but I am excited to get to the next one and see what we roll for and what we get. And hopefully we don't die and have to do a bunch of crazy challenges again, but we will see what happens. I can't wait. But thank you guys so much for watching the second session of the D&D New World character. I really appreciate it. And if you guys could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. Share this with somebody. I love this series and want to share it with as many people as possible. So get it out there if you can or if you like it a lot. I would appreciate all the support you can give. But thank you guys so much. I'll have more videos out soon. I hope to see you there.